Normal Mr. Nice Guy, we taking what we want. Venom and Smoke Podcast, you heard me?
Welcome to the Venom and Smoke Show. This is your host, Mo Young, kicking it to you live on this Friday for our sports show. Let's bring in the two guys that's with me, I think, right now. We might have more if Nasty get out the woods, but if not, we'll roll with it. We got my boy Jay, man. Jay, you got to get a better nick. You got to get like another moniker.
I know. I was thinking about it this week, and I'm going to one day it'll be up there.
It's all right, man. We got Jay, man. Jay in the house, of course. And then we got the nefarious one, man. Back from his rant last night. He held it together. Let's go, man. Izzy, man.
What's going on, everybody?
What's happening?
What a night. Pulling a double header, Izzy. I see you, man.
Man, I was hoping Eric would show up or Nasty would show up, but you know something? Yeah. I'm here. Let's go.
Hey, they in the link. They can join. I might have to adjust the time a little bit so Nasty can get out the woods.
Okay.
So, I'll let y'all know when in the future times. But
are you going to come with breaking news first?
That's a lot of news.
Well, the one that just broke on ESPN.
Oh, yeah, you talking about Deshaun Watson?
Yes, sir.
I was going to talk about. We can go with first. Deshaun Watson. He was clear.
No, it's not 9 down and what is it? 11 to go.
They say they're not bringing criminal charges on him.
Wow.
No charges. He is free.
Lucky.
He got I need his lawyer, man. Like, damn.
Exactly.
But
he'll still get four. He'll get 4 games, I bet you.
He shouldn't give no damn 4 games. he got off.
He got off. How can you give him 4? I can understand where you're coming from, Jason, but how can you justify 4 games when the courts say not guilty, no charges?
No charges. They're not indicting
him.
We know that. He got away with something, but the courts say no. So,
you know how the NFL is.
It means you free. So the price, yesterday's prices ain't today's prices in the form, as Fat Joe would say. Team should have traded for him when they had the chance. Now the prices has gone up. My Saints is in that boat. Giants in that boat. We're gonna have to get Deshaun Watson. Like we talking about Russ deal, you're going to give up more than the Russ deal to get him.
Oh hell yeah! And he's younger. Hell yeah, you're gonna give up a lot more.
You're talking probably the top 2 quarterbacks in the league when he played. So he's getting at least
him. Yeah, it was Mahomes and him for a while.
3 first rounders
minimum.
Throw a couple of second and thirds in there. Maybe slide in a 6. Ooh. And your best wide receiver. There you go.
Man, you're going to have to give up more than that.
The Giants are in salary cap hell, so.
Saints are too, so what? I'm just saying, you know what I would do? Man, I would trade one of our best defensive players to them bastards right now and give them 2 first-round picks and a second. Because Watson come to the Saints ball game. Like, I'm a Jameis Winston fan. I would want Jameis Winston, but I'll take Deshaun Watson over him.
Oh, that's a no-brainer.
No brainer. So Saints, Mickey Loomis, make it happen, baby. I know you can make it happen. We get Deshaun Watson. Ball game, Super Bowl. I don't care who won it. We can bet 1,000 push-ups on it. We get Deshaun Watson with that team, Super Bowl. I don't care what anybody says.
Even if Kamara serves eight games?
Even he served 8, because Deshaun is that damn good. Even if he served 8, because Kamara is nothing but a glorified wide receiver in our damn offense.
That's true.
He's not a between the tackles runner. You know, he do his thing. He's like in the mode of Roger Craig was. You know, he gets you 75 and 75.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But let me tell you this, please. I don't think he even has 1,000-yard games in the NFL yet. But his impact is so great on the field with multi-purpose yards. It makes you think that he had more 100-yard games than he did. So,
yep.
Him missing, okay, we just find a receiver. I'm just saying, just get a receiver, another receiver. Get Mike Thomas back. You got a Super Bowl defense. I'll put him against anybody. I will put that bet right now. If the Saints would get that right now, I will go to FanDuel like Calvin Ridley and bet the house on it.
Calvin Ridley. Oh my God.
We're gonna talk about that one too. But I'm just saying that's one of the teams I could think of that you insert him Super Bowl because it's ready made. You know, the Giants to say that's least playoffs, so you go to the Giants. They got a good defense. If Galladay could wake his ass up,
and not be hurt half the fucking season.
You got Tony.
He still needs players though.
I'm just saying, you got Saquon, Tony. That would be good, but you had to give up a whole lot to get him. Now,
yes, that's why the Giants shouldn't even be thinking about it. They shouldn't.
They should. But I
again,
don't want my Saints to do it either because they're gonna blow up the team.
It's gonna be Tampa Bay, man. He's gonna end up in Tampa
with no players. If
he's coming to Tampa, they'll get players.
No, they got to get rid of all their players to get him. You got to realize you got to get rid of all your players. And we got, Doc, it looked like his name was Doc Eric, our resident statistician. Has made the show.
What's up, Doc?
What's going on, everyone?
No, what's going on, man? But we talk about Deshaun Watson. Just was broke as we was doing the show. That he's had no indictment on him, so that means he's free, or criminally anyway. He still got the civil.
Well, yeah, civil stuff, and also with all that stink that follows you with teams as well. So who's going to be willing to follow and clean up that mess that he's?
Oh, there's some team will. Some team will.
So I'm just saying, he's 25.
Really?
He's like 25, bro. Like.
You put him on one of those, customer search, one of those ads on TV.
I see the kids.
What's up,
man?
You put Deshaun in Philly?
Uh-oh. Little girl that's always in the videos that y'all see.
Oh, I couldn't see. It's dark as hell, man. What's up?
Hi.
What's up? Hey, sorry, what's going on? Now I can see now. I was stepping to the light. I couldn't see.
Oh, you put Deshaun Watson in Philly?
Yeah.
Listen, you put Deshaun Watson anywhere.
Miami, you're on the clock, Miami.
I have a question. So why Philly, who's invested in a quarterback, needs a quarterback?
Come on, Deshaun Watson or what's his
name? Jalen Hurts.
What's his name?
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts, thank you. Come on.
I'm just saying you got to give Jalen his. I think Jalen can cook if you give him a line. If you give Jalen Hurts a line, you don't have to run for it. That's all I know. We don't have to give Jalen Hurts a line. He would actually be a better quarterback than what he shows. If they actually can block for Hurts, they only got a center. That's it. The Eagles just have a center. Nothing else.
The Giants are in the same boat. Giants only got a guard. That's it. That's it.
The team I see doing it is Miami. They got multiple first round picks.
Yep. Plenty of strip clubs.
There you go. Look, plenty of massage parlors.
Plenty.
and you know, if they're smart, they ship Tua with it.
Yes, ship
absolutely.
Tua.
You gotta
be like,
Tua.
take Tua. But I bet you Tua ends up being maybe not top 10, but it'll be a better consistent player.
Tua's a manager. He truly is. And the
manager. Top 15 quarterback
Tua's
at
been
best.
in the league for what, 2 years?
Yeah.
Yes.
2 years. It typically takes quarterback 3 to 4 years to develop in his system. So he lost his head coach recently, Flores, and now there's a new guy coming in. And I don't know much about this guy besides the fact that he's coming from San Francisco. But San Francisco offensively has always been there. I mean, they haven't been like a powerhouse in the past 2 years. But at the same time, they've always been there. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure this guy would be, you know, somebody that says, guess what? I can take what you bring to the table, develop that, use that, and we're going to win games because how young Tua is, and from what he's accomplished before in the past. I mean, it don't always typically translate to professional from college, but I mean, look at the system and the coach that he had. He had Nick Saban in Alabama, and he won regarding how Saban went with the 2 quarterbacks, and then
I'm just saying he had talent in Alabama, though, Eric. He had top tier talent in Alabama. All he had to do was get the ball out.
I mean, but
Miami's a nice team,
right? So,
yeah, but you saying it takes years? Not no more, though. Come on, Pat Mahomes first year was a beast. Justin Herbert, beast. Joe Burrow.
Don't even get me started on that cat. I'm still having trouble. I have
they all came out
difficulty.
in their first year.
I have difficulty respecting Herbert on how the way he came up, and it has nothing to do with him. It's just how that culture came about and how he came up. And I'm not knocking his talent whatsoever.
I know how he came.
It's just me personally. So I'm sorry.
I get you on. There was some janky shit went on.
Yeah,
janky stuff that went on to why Herbert got in. But you know, a needle and some ribs. We gonna leave that alone.
Right.
How Herbert got in there, but I'm saying they all balled. So Tua is the only one that's not really not balling. Like,
no,
you know, everybody was tanking for Tua.
He wasn't balling, but look at what Miami did. Miami won they last 8 games. Like they started off losing all those games, then they turned around and won all those games. And
was it because of defense or because of Tua?
Well, it's a team effort. It's not a team game. I mean, can we really say in the NFL, one man can win me 11, 12 games by himself? Not even the 49ers.
Tom Brady. You about to see with the Bucks, Tom Brady. You about to see with the Bucks. I can name another one. You take Pat Mahomes off the damn Chiefs. They just an average team. That's another one.
Well, we about to
Joe Burrow too. You take Joe Burrow, the Bengals.
The AFC West about to be popping. It's about to be lit up there.
We about to get on that, but you know, this broke. This is what they supposed to be on. I'm like, I wasn't even expected. I'm like, man, I'm wrapping up the show. I'm, doing it, and no indictment on Watson. So somebody gonna overpay for Watson because
we'll see.
That's a quarterback that you were talking about in the same breath as Mahomes before he decided to go get massages.
Yes,
definitely. And then when that came out, the man's career got derailed. He can't be in Houston. It has to go.
Right.
Yes.
You can't be there after that.
I agree with that.
So, but there's not many teams that have the they don't have the picks. They don't have the money. There's only certain teams that do.
Miami is one of them.
If I'm the Jets, I'm sending my young quarterback and some picks to them.
Still need an offensive line. You still want Deshaun Watson to live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could
Your
have
offensive line better
whoever
than a damn
that
Giant.
offense. Listen, my squad, that offensive line is scary. Did they improve towards the end of the season? Yes, they improved. But you know how much money Deshaun Watson's gonna end up being? And if he comes in on the first play of the game, they break his leg. No, see that's the Jets' luck. So they don't need to go after him.
Man, you sounded like Washington with that one.
Thank God for football. Okay.
Yes. But that wasn't the only news that happened this week. We had Russ getting traded to the Broncos with all those picks.
Oh,
Seattle,
and players.
And players.
You can call Seattle the Viking Raiders or whatever, because they raided the hell out of the damn Broncos. Now, if they don't get nothing for those picks, it's gonna be Herschel Walker all over again. No, not the Herschel Walker trade. It's gonna be the Ricky Williams trade. Remember when the Saints traded their whole draft? Washington didn't do nothing with that
for Ricky Williams,
and we were sad. So you had good picks.
It was a shotgun wedding if I ever seen one.
Wow.
Man, Mike Dicker said, I'm out. One pick and I'm out. That's the first time I seen that happen. This is kind of like that trade. You gave up Noah Fant, who's a decent tight end. You gave up I think you gave up a decent defensive player, and they gave up Drew Lock, who's not bad.
Yeah.
He just need a change of scenery. He's not, I ain't gonna say he's horrible.
I think he was under a lot of pressure because it's Elway's pick, and you're trying to live up to John Elway. Good luck.
Listen, he might go to Seattle and be able to fit into that system and be a solid quarterback.
Maybe.
You never know.
He's got good players around him.
Yeah.
Their defense is, but offensively, he's got nice players around him.
With their leader, Jamal Adams.
Oh, God.
They basically traded what it was. I think somebody said Jamal Adams for Russell Wilson, basically, in some kind of roundabout crazy way. Yeah. The same amount of picks they lost for getting Jamal Adams, who I say is the most overrated safety in the league, because all he is a fucking linebacker. He can't cover.
Good. He's good at this. That's why he went. You know what I'm saying? His mouth got him in trouble.
He's a used car salesman.
Yep.
I know y'all was happy. Now I want to see what y'all do with them picks, Jets, because I know y'all were happy. Because
I think that I'm sure we'll have a draft show. I think we're gonna go defense.
Man,
they're gonna go defense in the draft, and they're gonna go offensive line through free agency.
I think y'all pretty solid at receiver. I like y'all receivers, actually. Barrios, I knew him from Miami.
Now we need a number one, man. We need a true number one.
Elijah Moore can be a number one.
Elijah Moore's a decent player.
Yeah, give him time.
He reminds me more of a Kotchery type receiver. He doesn't remind me of a number one.
Okay, but he got that potential. Now we see if he can grow into it.
Well, do the Jets really have that kind of star power as well? I mean, because we're saying that he's not a number one, but I don't think we get enough of their sample size with the televised games to say, oh man, this guy is it. As far as a receiving core, and your young quarterback, obviously, but. Honestly, I see the Jets as a team that's developing. I mean, of course, it's going to hurt, but give it a year or two, I say look out. Because, I mean, Josh Allen can only hold that division for so long because look what happened this past year. It's something like that can either make a quarterback great or break a quarterback great. Yeah. So, and with that shootout that they had with Kansas City, and Kansas City saying, guess what, I'm still big brother. I don't think that's going. I think that's going to kind of mess with Allen's psyche a little bit. Not saying that he don't got the talent, because the talent is there. It's unquestionable.
Right.
But his psyche to do it for the 17-game season and then carry it to a postseason.
Yeah, and I'll put it this way: speaking of the AFC West, Murder's Row. Like you and I feel sorry for the Raiders.
Boy,
The Raiders are not making the playoffs.
man.
That's the odd man out.
But here
they were this close this year. This close.
But I'm sorry, Oakland. Look, the Vegas Raiders, they made it this year. And look what happened with that culture. Everything that happened to them, everything that could deflate a team, and they still was in a position to say, guess what? We can have them and the Chargers in it. But the Chargers want to sit here and say, well,
Chargers did
I want the spot for myself. Oakland or Raiders, but we both can make it. Time out. It's like that?
Okay, exactly.
That's a Chargers thing. But I believe if you look at the talent, they're number 4 in talent. But they got rid of the coach they were playing for.
They did.
Yeah, my question.
He's still there, so obviously he's been the
I don't trust Josh McDaniels.
Willing them to win. Like, look, we're still playing for our jobs, guys. Let's get it. Okay, let's get it.
My question to you guys is, did Russ really make the Broncos that much better now?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Them receivers they have, hell yeah. And that running back they have, hell yeah.
So you think that he's gonna swing it. Denver's gonna take the division.
No, not division. No.
You ain't taking the division.
However, Mahomes is still playing. No.
They'll be number 2. Yeah, not with homeboys. No, not with my homeboy.
I'm not so quick to say that they're
bottom of the division to the top to the 2.
I don't think
they're number 2
yet.
They damn number 2.
I don't know. I mean,
so then Denver did what so Denver did what the Rams did?
Yes.
Denver did what the Rams did. They sold their soul.
Yeah, they sold their soul.
Yes.
So then that means we expect to see Denver in the Super Bowl. They wouldn't be number 2.
But they still got to beat Kansas City.
No.
They could be beat though.
City. I don't see them beating Kansas City.
Well, Kansas City been in that division. They've been winning the division for the past 4 or 5 seasons,
something like that.
If I'm going back, so
ever since Mahomes got in that bitch,
right? Ever since that dude arrived, I mean, they've had crown after crown after crown because obviously the coaching is phenomenal there. Andy Reid has turned that franchise around, and I would know because I used to be a fan. But Mahomes and carried this team to crown after crown after crown. I don't think this Russ move kind of just puts them at number 2 because honestly, I kind of see that it's my own struggle with LA, but I'm not going to sit here and ignore their body of work and what they are because that team is there offensively and defensively, and hopefully is one of the topics that's coming up with the defensive side for LA. But with the Russ move, yeah, pretty much selling their soul. It's them selling their soul, but getting to the Super Bowl, that's a big if. Big if.
Yeah. The AFC is hard to predict. The AFC is hard to predict.
They didn't sell enough. That's what it was. They didn't sell enough.
But if Von Miller go back there, like he's talking about, that's another
he ain't going back.
That dude ain't leaving.
Let him make it even if he go back.
He ain't going back. They're not going to throw that money at him.
Don't need to. He could go back for a sentimental favorite. He got his money. He got his money.
He did get his money.
Mo,
he got
does anybody do anything sentimental anymore?
No.
It's all about the money.
Like they say, no matter how you turn the sandwich over, it's all about the bread, man. That's
right. That's right.
Bread goes first, man. You can turn it. You can turn it anywhere you want. Sideways, upside down. The bread is first. I'm just saying. But I believe Russ could get them. They could go to the playoffs. The odd man out, I say, because the Raiders. Because look what the Chargers just did with Khalil Mack.
Yeah,
they got Khalil Mack for shit,
dude.
For nothing.
For nothing.
For nothing. Chicago, what the fuck y'all doing?
Look,
Yeah, this dude up for
Look,
the price
Bosa.
of admission.
Look, what Bosa? He got Bosa and Mac on the same defense.
I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah, this dude up for magic beans and what?
Really? You got
Balloons.
a second and a third? That's it?
That's
Whoa.
it.
Khalil Mack single-handedly made the Bears defense relevant again.
Yes.
When he went over there, he made it
Single-handedly.
relevant.
And don't even get me started about that division.
Chicago.
We about to talk about that division because everybody thought, A-Rod was going to the Broncos. He was going to this place and that place, but he ended up going back because I call him the ultimate robber. This dude he robbing the Packers with no mask. Just straight up, he goes up there, he loses in conference championships, and you demand like $40 million for that shit.
And they gave it to him.
And they gave it to him.
They gave it
4
to him.
years, $200 million.
The Packers never wanted to lose him at all. I mean, look, he held them hostage, literally held them hostage until week 1, until 5 minutes before they said, oh, well, the game is going to be played in Florida against New Orleans. Oh, okay, well, I guess I'll come back.
He learned from Brett Favre because Brett Favre held him hostage.
And that's not clearly out of the Favre school.
Yes.
Bag of tricks.
That's all right.
Aaron Rodgers is a pimp.
Why draft Jordan Love? The one I feel bad for is Jordan Love. Like, damn, bro, why even draft me if you on some bullshit?
Now they talking about getting rid of the dude. But
You got to.
Good luck. What are you gonna get? A 7th round pick for him these days?
You gonna get nothing, but he gonna sit behind Aaron Rodgers for another 5 years. What good are you?
That's pretty much it. Probably
That's
a
your
fifth,
career.
4th or 5th. Because guess what? We don't know. We don't even know what we're getting with J Love because he's gonna be sitting behind that guy forever. And it's nothing like it was. It's nothing like the situation where A-Rod was sitting behind Brett Favre because guess what? What McCarthy said? He said the train has moved on. The train has left the station. Something like that.
Yeah.
I ain't doing that with J Love. Say, brother, either you love what you're at, or you can leave us alone, and we gonna see about getting you somewhere where it really matters, where you could be a 2nd string, 3rd string, at worst.
I'll tell you. I hope he's enjoying his rookie contract. Wow.
He's not getting another one if he sit behind this dude for 5 years.
No. Who would want to stay if you honestly think you have a shot of playing in the NFL? Who's going to sit behind Aaron Rodgers? Now, if he would have signed maybe a 1 year or a 2 year, all right, I could probably do that. But no, he signed 4.
He's gonna be in his 40s.
Yeah.
I do rob the pack, but I mean, the path for him to cement his legacy, because everyone's saying, okay, now he has to win and win big. He has to win the big one.
He got to win the Super Bowl.
He has to win the Super Bowl. That's another team who sold
First,
their
you got to
soul.
beat the 49ers in the playoffs, then win the Super Bowl.
You got to beat anybody in the NFC Championship. He did it one
Well,
time.
Win a home game in the playoffs, pal.
Well, start at the bottom because you have the path of least resistance. He got 6 easy wins in his division by itself.
Yes, he does.
So,
Yes.
I mean, you got that part down. And then hopefully with those 6 wins that compounds on to effect or to where you can land you a 1 seed that you've been doing these past couple of years. And now you don't have to face, guys like Brady, the greatest of all time, and a resurging 49ers team because the 49ers got healthy at the right time. And I'm not knocking the 49ers. I'm just saying I'm trying to.
They shouldn't even won that game, man.
Resistance. So let's say you have that first round off. So you're looking at how teams are playing, and teams are going to be pretty much tired because everyone's going to be playing wild card weekend, and then you could plan accordingly versus saying that, oh, I held you guys hostage until week 1. I was kind of out of it, and I compounded that with being a week off for the postseason, playing an up-and-coming team that's hot at the right time. So, I mean, would it be the path of least resistance if he had switched? Let's say in a vacuum that he went to Denver or Pittsburgh, and look at the quarterbacks that's in that division, with Pittsburgh.
If I'm a quarterback, I'm going to NFC.
Jackson, so on and so forth. You know, so staying put. I think that was the best move for him. It's the path.
In the NFC, man, there's no quarterbacks in the NFC. There's none. It is Matt Stafford and Aaron Rodgers. Everybody else, here come the Cowboys fan, Dak Prescott. He's fucking overrated. Before I even get started on that, it's just Aaron Rodgers, Matt Stafford. Now let's go to AFC.
Listen,
the AFC is from top to bottom. Their quarterback play. I say you might have out of the top 20, you might have maybe 10 to 15 of them playing the AFC.
Pretty much.
Yes.
You got 16 teams there, so I mean the pick of the litter is there. You got your Josh Allen, your Patrick Mahomes. You got your Joe Burrows. I mean, Josh Allen.
Now you got Russell Wilson there. Now you got
Russell Wilson's in there now. Justin Herbert. All these young guns, all these young cats. And, I mean, seriously, bro.
Deshaun Watson is technically still in the AFC.
He's still there. We'll see how that unfolds.
And I'm sorry, Mac Jones, you got to put him in that conversation.
I'd say Mac Jones as well. I didn't want to believe it at first because
at first I didn't. Yeah, he did.
They simplified the offense to make it easier for him. That's exactly what they did, and he was successful.
That's intelligent coaching.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now,
just getting ready to see
Buffalo had it easier this year. I'm telling, it's not going to be easy next year for Buffalo.
No.
The Patriots are going to be a team that are going to always be there to be a nuisance, whether they take the division or they, come in at the end like they were doing and just beating people. It's going to happen. Now, you got to give it. Belichick is a wizard.
Absolutely.
He going to cheat. He going to lie, cheat, and steal his way to the top. That's what he does.
Eddie Guerrero.
You call him a wizard. I call him a cheater. But it's all the same.
Cheating, you ain't trying.
Either way.
So I'm just saying, Aaron Rodgers, I guess I can see him being scared to go in the AFC. I wouldn't go to Pittsburgh or Denver either.
Or Nashville.
I know Nasty's mad whenever he gets out.
Get over it. Get out the woods. Get over it.
They came out at the end of the season, the actual end of the season after the Super Bowl. The day after, going through the reports or whatever, Tennessee says we don't want him. That's
bullshit.
Wow. Okay.
Bullshit. You're telling me you don't want Aaron Rodgers on your team?
The people said it. They said it.
They lie.
What the reports say?
They lie.
That's why we need Nasty on the show so he can explain his team with this dumb shit they doing. It's time to jump on another bandwagon, Nasty.
They're gonna stick with what's his name, right, as their quarterback. Come on, man.
Stick with number 68.
68.
Yeah, Tannehill. But it's not the only quarterback trade and resigning. Walking to him, Wentz. He traded to Washington. They just say, "Fuck this shit, get rid of."
And the Commanders, they're paying his fucking salary.
Let me tell you something. There's something not right with that dude
getting paid. This is my question to all y'all. How does this dude get paid? He is trash.
Nah, hold on. No. We had this argument in the season. He is a top 10 quarterback.
Top 10?
He's top 10. The numbers don't lie. Now, did he play like a ball?
You don't make glasses across the room. Top 10.
Top 10. Go look at his numbers. Now, did he play like a bonehead?
I see.
Look at the numbers.
Do your research,
bro. He is not top 10.
Do your research.
I can do my research. He is not top 10.
Strictly numbers.
He is not top 10.
Strictly numbers.
So you telling me you'll take him in the top 10 over? Who's your top 10? You put him in the top 10? You put him in your top 10?
In my top 10? No, I said number wise.
Only numbers. Quarterback.
Only numbers. That's it.
There's a lot of things as I call Kirk Cousins. Because Kirk Cousins' numbers is top 10 numbers.
Absolutely, yes.
As I say, is this. It's called garbage time. It's garbage time, Kirk, and that's garbage time Wentz. Garbage
I get
time.
a hard time about every time I mention Kirk Cousins around my family. I always get all these kind of looks, all kind of tongue lashes, and that's me following the numbers about Kirk Cousins. But as far as him winning, like, I mean, I just don't see people winning. And guess what? I'm in a rush. Let me go get Kirk Cousins to go run my franchise, be my franchise quarterback for the next 3-4 years.
Hell no.
I don't hear that kind of talk.
No.
Nowhere.
I'm just saying, Izzy, I know what you're saying, Izzy, but top 10. No,
I don't even think I would bring him in as a backup.
Only the numbers, nothing more. Do I want him on the Giants? Fuck no. But the numbers say he's a top 10 quarterback.
It's trash. I say because look, it's a lot of times they're losing. They're losing. Come back.
And he played horrible against Jacksonville in the last game of the season.
That's right then and there. Takes him out of top 10.
Because one, when he was with Philly, he lost his job, and I mean, be it injury happen, injury does happen as part of the game. He lost his job, and this guy, Foles, come in. He gets the team there, gets them to the promised land,
and won the Super Bowl.
He's shipped out the door.
Yes.
Then he goes to this situation. I mean, they was talking about him being hurt, but he wound up playing the season, and now he's out the door again. So I don't think it's talent wise. I kind of think I think it's personality wise. I think how he rubs off in the locker room.
Yes,
why
I agree with you.
I'm gonna say I can go down his thing. You skipped a couple steps. Philly kicked Nick Foles out the door for Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz started sucking, and then they had Jalen Hurts came in, and when they played the Saints, and then they kicked Wentz out, and then Wentz gets a whole new chance with the Colts. Got one of the best running backs in the league. I ain't gonna say he's the best, but one of the best running backs in the league.
One of because
I'm gonna say one of the best.
He's 1B.
Yeah,
he's 1B.
And you got a decent receiving core. You got to fire your offensive line, and you can't beat the Jaguars.
I have to agree with Eric. I think that it's more of a personality thing. You know, I think that he just doesn't rub people right. Because if you really hear about it, they started talking about getting rid of him in preseason this past year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There were already rumors that they wanted him out. So to me, I don't think it's talent. I think it's personality. It's how he meshes with the other players. He might be a prick.
Yeah. Yeah, but they say he doesn't like hard coaching. He doesn't, he wants special privileges, but he's not that quarterback.
He's one of those dudes that let that go to his head then.
You know how bad you have to be to make the coach apologize for picking you up? That's what Frank Wright just did. He apologized to the owner and said, I am so sorry that I made you trade for Carson Wentz. You know how sucky you have to be to make the coach go apologize?
No, that just means the coach was trying to coach him and he's uncoachable.
So I'm like, if you're uncoachable, you suck. You suck in my book. If you're uncoachable, you suck. Jamarcus Russell was uncoachable. He fucking sucked. They said Jamarcus Russell blank tapes and he said he studied the blitz packages. That's uncoachable. If you don't have that my mind frame, you are not fucking good. I'm sorry. He's not good. And
Washington saw something.
Washington desperate.
I'm about to say
Washington went at Mahomes, bro. Washington's so desperate they tried to trade from Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
Because I like Heineke because I used to watch those XFL games. And Heineke, he is that guy. Yeah. He exactly what he showed himself when he went in that game against Tampa, almost won it. And he is what he was during the season. I mean, the speed is different in NFL. And you can see, and I'm looking at the difference between the XFL and NFL. So it was a learning curve, but he was pretty much on pace. Yes. I'm not saying he's a 17-game starter, but
he's limited. He don't have arm strength.
Limited.
Yeah, he don't have arm strength. So that's his only problem. He's short and don't have arm strength.
Yeah.
But he's not accurate like Drew Brees. See, he's accurate like Drew Brees. He could last, but he's not accurate. He's short. You don't have a strong arm, and you're not accurate. He just a winner. If you put his intangibles into Carson Wentz, that'd probably be the perfect quarterback. But Carson Wentz fucking suck. I never got over that. He cost me a game against Nasty like 3 years ago in our fantasy football league when Dallas had the worst defense in the league, and all Carson Wentz had to do was give me 20 points against defense in the league. Carson Wentz laid the egg. So ever since then, it's fuck Carson Wentz.
Walking to Wentz to Commanders.
But let's talk to
the. They had some kind of huge chant.
I refuse to call them that.
They were about being the Washington football team.
They're gonna win the NFC East. Watch.
Well, get the fuck out of here.
I'd rather them have a nickname. I can't see how teams lose to a team with no name. I can't get down with that.
They can't get a better name than the Commanders.
The football team, I'm not sitting here and sitting my Saints to lose to a team that's calling themselves the football team. It ain't happening. Ain't on no bus talking about, I traveled, 3 hours by plane to get up here to watch this game and lose to the football team. I'm not down with it. Y'all keep it.
Oh man, it just need to go back to the Redskins, bro. I know it's an offensive name, but fuck it. Let's go back to the Redskins. This shit is bad.
Fucking call yourselves the Generals. Go get Shane Falco. Boom.
Right.
The Sentinel. It was the Sentinel, not the General.
Okay.
Go get Shane Falco and the rest of the boys. Well, let's talk about the dumbass of the. I call him the dumbass of the year.
Pardon?
No. Ridley, you put 1,500 and lost 11 million. Who would take those betting odds?
First of all, the NFL is a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Give me a break. You're telling me you suspend him for the fucking year. For the fucking year.
Well,
and you got
Horning though.
So this is what I don't understand. This is what I don't understand. Now, the man took off the team for personal reasons, and he's citing mental health. And mental health is a huge thing that's going on in the country.
No question.
And in the past, I acknowledge the presence of the past. Yeah. So the guy, and I know how bad it looks, but right now, every other advertisement in the NFL is sitting here giving you one of these betting sites because gambling is now legal. And your
Caesar Sportsbook
is to take away his livelihood for 17 games when he already cited that he was having mental issues and all the things that happened. And I'm gonna use Vegas as an example. And I'm not talking about Vegas. I'm talking about the Raiders. So all that stuff that was happening, you spent all this time saying, well, can we put a team here? You put a team there, and look what happened to guys that were getting into trouble.
Shit,
so
a lot.
All this money the NFL makes, you don't have something that says that put in place to have guys say, guess what? You shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Or if they do such thing, the answer for in Ridley's case, you suspend him for a year.
That's garbage.
That's bullshit.
Roger Goodell is the most awful commissioner on the planet of Earth.
Now, that being said, Calvin Ridley, what are you thinking? You're a fool.
What do you bet on him to win, though?
You have some cat named Virgil, if you will, place that bet for you, man.
Yes.
And you know the NFL says don't bet on football games.
My thing is, didn't he bet on his own team?
Yes.
He did.
And that's where the problem is.
He bet on him to win, though. He bet on him to win.
It doesn't matter.
I'm sorry, and like he bet to lose. Like
it doesn't matter.
Isn't it the goal to win, though, Jay? Like I see if he bet on his team to lose and they lost.
You're right, but the
then you
rule
got an
is you
issue.
don't bet on the rule is you're not supposed to bet, let alone on your own team, whether you're betting for them to win or lose.
I'm like, that makes it a little better though that you bet on them to win.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
Yeah,
like,
but
bet
the
on them to
rule
lose. It's not
says
like you
no
know it to
betting.
win.
Well, the rule says no betting on football.
Yeah, but I'm like, why not? I'm like, as long as you not up there betting on your team to lose or shaving points and shit, I'm fine. I don't care what you do.
And once again, that was during his time away, so he had no anything that he did that
He didn't even play last
He
year.
was still employed by the NFL and the rules apply.
I know, but it just
Whether he
about a
was
year.
out with mental situations or whatever,
Man.
I hope he's not going to fall back and say it's because of my mental situations that I made
he
these
must
bets.
not do that.
Right, and that's what I'm hoping when he has his time, in front of the press and everything, because you can't rely on that now, brother.
You give him 6
You have to
games.
sit
Bro.
the crime, so
He'll get 6 games.
I'm saying, Jay, he could at least get 6.
He'll
Man,
get
he's not
6
get a man
games.
a year, man. Like a year is excessive, man. A year is excessive. They don't give people who beat their women a year. They don't give men who commit crimes. Like Richard Sherman committed a crime and he played last year. He played last year. He kicked this woman door open, threatened to beat up and all kind of shit, and he still played last year.
on the field.
On the field. He was on the field, bro.
I mean, I get it.
That's why I say, man, just because he hate the Saints, he gonna give Kamara 8 just because he hate the Saints. But if he play for anybody else but the Saints, you get 0. I'm just saying.
He getting 8.
Crazy. Like Kareem Hunt didn't get suspended a whole year for when they say he kicked the lady and all that. You can go down a list of all the. Bray Lewis murdered somebody. Involved in a murder.
But that was way back in the day.
I don't care. That's the NFL together.
Ray Rice is the only person I think that actually had something that happened to him that after that his career went down the hill.
Because the Ravens did that. He was only suspended 2 games. That's after Commissioner Goodell saw the damn tape.
What happened to his career? It was pretty much on him at that point.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
They gave him 2 games. Goodell saw the tape and gave him 2 games. But the backlash was so strong from the women's group.
He had to.
They had to cut him in. But if nobody would have batted the eyelash if that video never came out. That video, if TMZ never dropped that video, nobody would have batted the eyelash. Ray Rice would still be in the damn league. Let's just be real. But a man put a $1,500 bet on his team to win. And that's a more egregious thing than punching a woman in the face. That's what we're saying.
I get it, but I guess it's part of the agreement that they have. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question.
When you get suspended for smacking your girlfriend or your wife, it isn't part of the collective bargaining agreement. You know what I'm saying? That's just you getting in trouble for being.
But as long as you're great at football.
Yeah. I'm just saying, Eric, I got a question. What's the name of the Superdome now? What's the name of the Superdome?
Superdome.
And what is Caesars?
It's a gambling establishment.
So it's all over the fucking NFL making money off of gambling.
Exactly. Which is why I don't understand this move. You suspend a guy for a year. I mean,
you doing the same thing.
When you're advertising it for every second commercial that you're showing, what you got a team in Vegas.
But they're advertising it for you, me, Mo, Izzy, for us to do, not for them to do. They make millions of dollars already. How you think those owners that you said the Superdome is called Caesars? How you think he's paying Alvin Kamara's contract? Because he's getting money for letting Caesars put their name on the fucking stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I get you. But I'm saying, if you so against gambling, why getting gambling advertisers? You so against it. I'm just like, you so against it. It seems hypocritical.
But you're against your players gambling. You're not against the gambling itself. You know what I'm saying?
It shouldn't be a year, though. Man, a year, dude.
It's excessive. But I think when a situation like this happens, people think Pete Rose and all that other stuff. So yes, he probably pulled the trigger.
Well,
he should have got 8.
Like bet that his team was gonna lose and shit.
I would have given him 8.
Pete Rose. Pete Rose when he was gambling, he could affect the game with his lineups.
Oh no, but I'm saying that's what their thing is. A star is betting on games. Now a star is betting on his game. Whether they were going to whether he bet to win or lose, that's a different story.
But he's a wide receiver.
The whole thing that he actually picked up his phone, said, "Oh, let me go to the app. All right, I'm betting 50 on my squad."
But I'm saying this. Listen. He wasn't even playing. I see if he was playing in the damn game, he wasn't even playing.
I get it, but like I said, it's the rules.
But I'm saying that's why I say he shouldn't get a year because he wasn't even playing. If he was playing,
you know what?
It looks bad.
Now that I look at it, it probably makes sense because look at the last time betting was done in the NFC South. What was that? Bounty Gate. They got rid of the coach for a year.
They got rid of Sean Payton.
And the number of players that got suspended for time. And I mean, the players, it was at most, 8 games?
They retracted that shit. The players got back. Sean Payton didn't.
Yeah,
so honestly, I think he took the blame.
No, because there's no coaching, there's no coaches, there's no protection for coaches, so he had to take the.
Yeah, he took the rap.
The players used the Players Association saying that shit was wrong because we was doing illegal football moves. We just hit your ass harder than most. It was not. It was in the rules of the game. They didn't do anything illegal. If you didn't get flagged, it wasn't illegal. I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
so it's like those sentences got reduced. So I'm like, get a man 8 games or even 10 games. That's a strong enough statement. You missing 10 games, that's still a lot of money. But a whole year, and the man already missed a year on top of that. That's 2 years.
I would have said at least half. I say at least half. If it looks bad with the image, then give it half the year.
Give him 10 games. They go because they got an odd number, so give him 10 games. It sounds strong, but you say 17 games
with Josh Gordon. This guy keeps getting suspended, comes back, gets suspended, come back, and don't do it again. I'm gonna do it again.
That's a whole different animal.
I'm just saying, weed is legal damn near everywhere, and they suspending this man left and right. They say, you know what?
Gambling is legal now, so that's what I'm saying. So
I'm just saying, I'm just like, here, professional sports people, please listen to me.
You're right. Gambling is legal. It's just not legal to gamble if you're in the NFL.
Don't bet on your sport. Put it this way. Don't bet on your sport.
Exactly. He should have been betting on basketball. And I bet you it wouldn't even be a conversation.
It wouldn't. I'm like this. Like Izzy said, put that shit in your mama name.
You're an NFL player, for God's sake. You're making money. Go send not a crackhead, but go send a Virgil-like person. Place your bet.
Oh, you're right. We're saying Virgil and crackhead. You was right.
Yeah.
You got one of your homeboys to get the app. You cash app him $500, and you tell him, "Yo, make these bets for me."
That's it.
Yeah.
And he would have never got caught.
And the fact that he didn't care that he suspended a year. He didn't care.
I think he wanted to get out of Atlanta. That's how bad Atlanta is. I said, I'm trying to get out of Atlanta.
It's either that or he's still mentally not ready to come back.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. But that's got to be the dumbest bet in history. 1,500 to lose 11 million. It's a shit.
Worst bet ever.
Boy, I would be punching air right now.
You got to do that Trey Styles from Bad for Boys in the
Hood. Look, that's the worst odds in history. So if I put down 1,500, I lose 11 million. Nah, dog, I'm good on that.
I'm not.
All right.
All right. I just want to know, did he win? That's the thing. Did he win the bet? That's what I got to find out. Did he win the
I
bet?
hope it was worth it.
Because if you lost 1,500 plus you lost 11 million.
He lost everything. He didn't get nothing.
And he's gonna lose a year's pay. He might lose
lost
his
the money,
job.
the wallet that was holding the money.
Oh,
you lost
man.
everything. You
You
can't
lost everything. But we got one more football topic. This one, another one that came on I saw today. There's the Cap says he's ready to play with his 8-second clips. Should the team pick him up? He's been gone for 5 years. I know he's like
Kaepernick is gonna play for the USFL.
I would watch it.
only because I think The Rock will bring him in as a, to show.
Well, The Rock with the XFL.
Either or.
Yeah.
Either or. I think that The Rock would bring him in as like a poster child, so to speak. And if he can still play, it could be a win-win.
Right now, I'll take him over Wentz. I'm just saying, I'll take him over Wentz right now.
Jesus.
If I'm Washington, hey, Colin, come in for a workout. Because Wentz is not going to last on that turf.
Who's gonna want to take the controversy?
You got to be the Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, the only place I can see that can take it. They took Flores. Pittsburgh,
the community, I don't think would have been in support.
Yeah, I know that, but I said that's the only organization that can withstand that. They took Mike Vick, for God's sakes. He killed dogs, and that's worse than with in America, you kill a dog, man, that's a death sentence.
That's a whole different topic for a whole other day.
Exactly.
But look at the culture in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, they've never had a losing season under Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin, he's been coaching for 18 years now, and he's never had a losing season. So if a team were to take him, I don't think that would be a bad place because, they're so used to winning, especially for what they had in the past couple of years, with Ben Roethlisberger coming at the end of his career and the things that he's been through. But yet Pittsburgh has been good enough to never be mediocre, well, just over mediocre.
Yes. I must say they made the playoffs being mediocre. I remember that tie season.
So, if anybody, I think Pittsburgh would be the place. Because
probably the only.
Even when Cap was blackballed, he still was working towards getting back to the NFL. That's never left him. That was always a goal of his, always to come back. So even with the whole lawsuit situation and him settling, I've never not seen him saying, "Guess what? I'm done with the NFL." He's always wanted to be there.
Yep. I'll say this, and Mo, I like your idea, USFL.
Yeah.
Because some team, the USFL needs attention.
You start out.
Cap, for good or bad, he's going to give you attention. And you know something? You throw him out there, all eyes are going to be on him.
Yeah.
It's the perfect scouting compound, if you will. It's the perfect.
I look at it as somebody has to, if at least bring him in. Because, the rosters in the preseason, 90 players. So he won 90 players. You have about 4 or 5 quarterbacks in there. You know how it is for preseason. And if he don't make your team, hey, we tried.
Right.
He's just not good enough.
We put the feeler out there. There ain't not much more we can do.
I'm just saying
I think that he can ball. I think he'd be able to ball, even though he hasn't played in so long. He was in the NFL. He was a good quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah,
so he can ball. He's more mature. He's, when you're in your 20s, you have your 20 strength. Yeah. And then as you get older, you get man strength.
Yeah.
He's at the man strength level now. You know what I'm saying? So I think that he would ball. I really do.
I really do.
And I'm like, and this is type of NFL. Because people talk about the game change. Yeah, it's game change towards Colin Kaepernick style. The running, throwing quarterback. He had an arm. He just, God forbid, that time in Frisco didn't have any receivers after Crabtree.
Nope.
He didn't have any receivers. So it was just, I'm like, today's NFL fits him, the running quarterback.
Yep.
Look, Lamar Jackson
And
plays the same style as Colin Kaepernick, and Lamar Jackson won the MVP. Just think about it.
And he took the Niners to the Super Bowl.
Oh, he beat Aaron Rodgers. He beat Aaron Rodgers not once, but I think it was twice. He beat him. He went up there and beat him. I'm saying, I'm like this. At least give him a feel. You telling me that 64 quarterbacks is better than Colin Kaepernick, even being out five years? You got people like Blake Bortles that have a damn job. And we picked him up. I'm like, what the hell? Like, why we got him on a futures contract? He's fucking trash. Trevor Simeon ass trash. We can go down to Saints now. Taysom Hill, fucking trash. He's telling me Taysom Hill, Saints people, Taysom Hill is better than Colin Kaepernick. Fuck no.
They just don't. They don't want that smoke.
They don't want it.
They don't want to admit it.
They don't want the smoke.
They'll be fans, but they won't.
But let's be real. We being honest here. I'm taking my fandom out of it. I'm like one of the biggest Saints fans, But we have had a Colin Kaepernick last year. We done made the playoffs. We lost 5 in a row because we had the combination of Taysom Hill and Trevor Simeon.
No,
couldn't score.
Simeon lost them games.
Yeah, Simeon lost them games.
You put that how you want.
Miami Simeon.
You lost to the Giants.
Taysom lost to Dallas. That's his first game back. Taysom lost to Dallas. So in that 5-game stretch.
Dallas had a gimme game.
Yeah, we lost to the Giants when we had James. So we're not counting that. We're talking about that 5-game stretch that all we had to do was win one and we in the playoffs. Trevor Simeon lost 4 of them bitches. And I told people he was garbage. I'm like, this dude is garbage.
Now, do you blame that on Trevor Simeon, or should have put the other dude in?
Well, Taysom got hurt, so he couldn't put the other dude in.
Yeah, there's nobody else. The
end book wasn't ready. The end book wasn't ready because we saw the Dolphin game. Like, Jesus Christ, they almost killed that kid. but I'm saying,
they killed that dude.
We had 4 quarterbacks. 3 of our 4 quarterbacks are not better than Colin Kaepernick. The only one that's better than Colin Kaepernick is Jameis Winston. Like, I'm just being fair.
No. If we're going by Colin Kaepernick's last games in the NFL, then he's better than Jameis Winston.
I'm just saying by arm talent, and you want to talk about talent, he's a better quarterback, not athlete, not winner. I said quarterback. Quarterback reason, like he could throw the ball better than.
But how do you really know? You haven't seen Colin Kaepernick play for 7 years.
For 5. But
or 5 or whatever it is. You still haven't seen him play.
I'm just saying, James to be got more talent, a little bit more talent. Just a little bit.
You saw him just play last, a couple of months ago.
So it's hard to put it there. But I'm saying right now, I'm talking about being off a long layoff. Talking about being off a long layoff. Right now, Colin Kaepernick is better than 3 other ones I named. Just being off a long layoff. I'm not talking about prime Cap. I'm talking about right now Cap.
Yeah, but you don't know what his training regimen is. He could be prime Cap.
Yeah,
coming in.
I'm just saying, some dude coming off the street. You don't expect him to be, better than
Falco. Right? No.
Yeah. You don't expect him to come in there balling like Shane Falco was. I'm just saying. I would take Cap over them.
Definitely.
And fucking Mike Glennon. That's what goddamn
right.
Listen, I would take him over my quarterback to start.
Like, man, look, I tell people, take your hate out of it. Like, whether you agree with his stance or don't agree with his stance. That's not what we talk about. We talk about talent wise. I'll say he got to be in that. I ain't gonna say he like what. He might not be a starter, but he'd be that first backup.
I think that's what people.
He'll be at least the number 33. He can at least be 33. I got him ahead of Wentz. I'm like, I'll take him over Wentz any day because he showed me he can win in this league. Wentz can't show me he can win in this league. I'm just being real with you.
That's true, though. That's the truth, and I think that's what people have difficulty trying to separate. They can't separate their hate for what he was doing, and they not understand that. To me, it's all miscommunication. They're saying, "Oh, he's disrespecting that," and he came out and said it. had, somebody in the military said, and people still seeing it as this. It's like, dude, I'm aligned with this guy, and I'm telling you what he's doing. No, I don't like it. And then when you have, Drew Brees saying what he said, and to a degree, he was really on some F stuff because even Drew Brees was taking it this way. Like, that wasn't that at all. But as far as talent-wise, Mo, you hitting all those points on that. I mean,
I'm like this. Should his views stop him from playing? No. There's people with fucked up views everywhere, if you want to call it that. They doing him what they did Adu Raul back with the Denver Nuggets because he was a Muslim and didn't want to stand up for the American flag. He was in his prime. He was Steph Curry before Steph Curry.
I'll do one better. John Rocker, that crazy motherfucker.
And he got to go to how many World Series he went to? Shit. With his crazy ass. I mean,
exactly.
You don't want to go in baseball Hall of Fame. There's plenty of them with fucked up views in the baseball Hall of Fame. You don't want to go in that Hall of Fame. I'm just saying, so your views should not. I don't care if he sit down or stand up for the national anthem. That's his choice. It's America. That's his fucking choice. Can he throw the ball in the end zone? That's all I care about. Can he run it in the end zone? That's all I care about. I don't care about all that other stuff. And people try to do that at the games I was at when it was like at the height of it. I say, man, I don't give a shit. Watch me sit down right now. And I dare one of you motherfuckers to tell me something. I told you I'm undefeated last night. I'm undefeated. I'm just saying.
You undefeated at the mental hospital.
Mental hospital and Saints games. Undefeated. So call me Mo Two Belts. I'm undefeated, baby. I'm just telling you.
Mo Two Belts.
So I'm just saying, man. Look, get a man to look. Like he get cut in the preseason. Like, well, we fucking try. He ain't got it no more. Cool, we can accept that. But just to blackball a dude.
Even have one of the teams invite him into the NFL.
Yeah.
In preseason, have him try out. If he don't make it, he could go play for one of these other B leagues. Show out, and next year he'll be in the NFL.
But I think he's scared he's going to make
it. Just for the PR alone, just to say they had eyes on him, be like, okay, well, the public has seen him try, and he's not where the talent is today. Because the talent is, this far ahead or this far ahead, whatever the case may be.
New York Giants.
I'm just saying like this. I think they're scared that he's going to ball out. And now he can be a face of the league. And they don't want that to be the face of the league. I'm telling you, there's a lot of shit. They don't want him to ball out.
Listen. They don't want that big ass afro on a fucking poster with a smile on his face, like "Welcome to the NFL." They don't want that. Hell no.
New York Giants. He's worth a phone call.
He's at least a phone call. Like damn.
At least a phone call.
New Orleans Saints. We laid back down here. We got you. Uptown got you, baby. Nothing gonna happen to you down here.
If you're telling me Cap or Mitch Trubisky? Get the fuck out of here. Mitch Trubisky.
And people still say Mitch Trubisky. I heard his name earlier today. I think I just had the radio playing and people talk about sports news, obviously. Like, does Mitch Trubisky deserve a shot somewhere else? Where can you see Mitch Trubisky playing next year?
He's going to be playing for the New York Giants.
He's going to play for the Giants. Yeah. And we're going to see Izzy have a heart attack.
Oh, God. If they fucking sign him.
No, it's going to be starting quarterback for the New York Giants, Mitch Trubisky.
Would you say a lot about Daniel Jones if you couldn't beat out Mitch Trubisky? Just saying.
Well, come on, man. Daniel Jones was a long shot, and you know it.
I can't wait for that rant. Because when they sign him, I can't wait for that rant.
It's going to be epic.
All right, man. I think that's it for football news, man. We got a little bit of basketball news. This was going to lead the show, but all that damn football stuff happened. LeBron explodes for 56, and everybody I told you so. I told you so. Yay, LeBron. It was hearing all that. And then he sells out against the Rockets. Wide open layup.
wide open.
I said the GOAT talk ended with that. I don't want to hear any more about LeBron's the GOAT. I don't want to hear that shit.
Listen,
Right
if that was Mike, he would have stuffed it down the dude's throat, put his nuts all in the dude's face, and been like, "Game over, bitch."
Exactly.
Kobe would have did the same shit. He would have dunked it on him, put his nuts all up in his face, and said, "Ha!"
And lean back.
And LeBron came and he was like,
But I think
to a
we got
dude that
so
don't
spoiled.
shoot.
I don't want to be the one to get off the train, but
Be the one.
I think we all in that era. I think all of us of that era where these guys would take your soul. MJ would take your soul. People talk to MJ one way. MJ would be like, "Okay, I'm chill right now," but then when you get to talking, then Jordan didn't care if he was sick. Jordan didn't care if he was hurt. Jordan said, "I'm gonna look in your eyes and take your soul like Shang Tsung." Kobe was the same way, and I literally seen Kobe do it. Kobe said, "You know what? I don't got using my right thumb, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go left the entire game." What are you doing, Kobe? Kobe, chill. I'm not chilling because you won't talk. And then we enter LeBron. In Bron's age, in Bron's era, say, bro, we gotta be boys, man. It's like, say, bro, why don't you come on my team so I don't have to do this with you? I don't have to do this against you. And we got spoiled with that. I mean, that's what it is now. So for him doing that, Bron he's playing the way he's been playing. He's been doing this. So
I'm just saying, how do you go from being a monster on Saturday against the Warriors and then wide open against the sorry ass Rockets? Like, they sorry as shit.
Because the basketball,
it's LeBron carrying that entire team, trying to carry the greatest.
Hold up. Who picked that team?
Hey, it's Bron again.
That's the deal with that team.
This is exactly
who picked that team, so I don't feel sorry for him. He picked that AARP's team.
I feel LeBron has no heart. He doesn't have killer instinct.
No,
he's not a finisher. Anybody else would have taken you're the star. You take the shot. You've been calling for that shit your whole career. I want the ball. Now you want to pass it off? No.
To Melo, of all people. Melo, inconsistent Melo. We're not talking about New York Nick Melo. We're not talking about Melo. We're talking about old man Melo, who was out the league for a while, and they brought him back. We're talking about that. We're talking about that Melo.
Exactly.
Game on the line right now. Who would you want to take the shot? Melo or LeBron James? Game on the line. Which one you rather have the ball in the hands?
But
LeBron's supposed to.
The team together, so
I'm enjoying the Lakers' pain. I am drinking Laker tears right now.
I love it.
Drinking their Laker tears because they be like to shit on my Pistons. But my Pistons have a better record than them since the All-Star break started. I mean, since it ended. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they have.
We've been whipping ass. Yeah. So, look, you know who would have made that shot? Cade Cunningham would have took that shot, and he's a rookie. He'd have took that shot. He didn't. I seen him dunk on somebody as a rookie. He a rookie. Just a rookie doing this.
But dude, if you saw, he was open.
He was wide open.
All he had to do was dunk it.
Like, because moments before that, he did a dunk similar to that, similar floor spacing and everything. He dunked it. It's like he got scared of the moment. Is he scared? If you're scared,
either that, or all of a sudden he thought he was magic and said, "Oh, I'm gonna go up," but at the last second I'm gonna kick it off. But he didn't kick it off to James Worthy or Byron Scott. He kicked it off to Melo that clunked it.
Clank, clank.
Yeah, exactly, clank.
And the worst part of it is they got blown out in overtime.
Yeah, they
got
folded.
blown out.
They folded. That team gave up when he missed that shot.
Yes.
Man, look, Lakers tank the rest of the season. Don't make the playoffs. Don't embarrass yourself.
Well, they can't because their pick comes to New Orleans. It comes here. So they don't want to tank.
You want them to tank? Tank, if you're a Pelicans fan, you want them to tank.
Pelicans, obviously, I want them to tank, but I like the Lakers when they're losing because it serves them right. But that's my own personal.
No, because your brother's like one of the biggest Lakers fans ever. That's why. Shout out to the TMI podcast. But he's one of the biggest players, and I enjoy it because he was my classmate. I enjoyed it. I enjoy rubbing it in when they lose. I love playing. I love LA when they lose. I love it. It's like the sweetest thing, man. It's like drinking cold water on a hot summer's day, man. I'm telling you, it's great. It's fucking great. Listen, all is right with the world when the Lakers lose and the Celtics lose. I just need the Celtics to lose. I'm tired of hearing their banners. Look at our banners. Y'all played when they had 6 teams in the league, so man, who cares?
Yeah, that's neither here. That's a conversation for another day.
Yeah. So the game from last night, though. I know we see like
this is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've been waiting for.
Oh shit! I didn't see that coming. Lord. Ooh, the Nets destroy the 76ers. It's Kyrie. So that let me know the shit in practice happened.
Yo, Kyrie sunned Harden. He said, "Sit down, son. This is how you do it."
It's time to put respect. Respect, like Birdman said.
11 points, 3 for 7 from the field.
He did nothing.
He got locked down.
I didn't know Kyrie had defense like that. One.
I think it was he wanted to shut him up. He wanted to embarrass him, and I think that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
The Nets actually had a game plan. So the Nets game plan the entire time because they knew what they was doing when they released the news of Ben Simmons was going to be on the bench because the talk for the week was saying, will Ben Simmons even be in the building? And nobody knew until the time that they got there. They said, okay, well, Ben Simmons is going to be on the bench with the Nets in Philly. So the Nets said, well, guess what? This guy's our brother now. And it's going to be pretty hard for these people to boo and concentrate on him if we busting their team up, which they did.
They busted his ass. You Izzy as a Nets fan. I know you would.
I loved every second of it. I still think Kyrie needs to. He should be allowed to play in New York. Enough of this shit. Fucking let him play in Brooklyn, and this team will be dangerous.
I say if Kyrie can play more games, they will be fucking dangerous.
Let me tell you what I liked about the game was, all right, Ben Simmons didn't play, but Seth, he had 24 points.
Yes.
He had 7 steals.
Yes.
Exactly.
Jay, you remember when we broke the trade news, we said Brooklyn won this trade.
Yes.
Like, oh no, Mo, you go to bad take. Brooklyn won the trade not because they got Ben Simmons. I said because they got Andre Drummond and fucking Seth Curry on the fly.
2 people that you can plug in automatically.
That they needed. They needed more shooting and they needed rebounding. And one of the best rebounders in the league is Andre Drummond. I don't care how lazy he is. He's gonna give you 15 rebounds on any day.
And believe it or not, Philly got rid of a defensive piece because Seth Curry got defense like that too now.
Yes.
So now you in a position where Brooklyn has a team that has a guy that can shoot the ball, and let's say that everyone's game planning for one of their weapons in KD or Kyrie if the game is on the road, then Seth could be that other guy wherever you put him at that can actually get you one of these games in a 7-game series.
Absolutely.
And that'll be the difference. It takes that one game to change the entire series.
And once again, Ben Simmons plays defense.
That's all you need him to do.
And that's what they're getting. And everyone's talking about what he's going to contribute offensively, but guess what? When the game comes on the line for the last shot, it's not like the situation was in Philly where it's either one or this guy. It's not. Benny don't have to do that. Be like, okay, say, bro, I'm big. I'm a point guard. I can handle the ball. And guess what? I got guys that can knock it down, brother. You don't have to come on me. I'm gonna get these guys to close it out.
Four deadly shooters.
It's nice to have the best player in the world and Durant next to me. Just saying.
Y'all got 4 deadly shooters. People don't realize Patty Mills is a deadly shooter. So is Kyrie Irving. So is Seth Curry. And so is Kevin Durant. You got 4 options before you even get to Ben Simmons.
Exactly. That's what people are missing.
All Ben Simmons has to do is rebound.
All he has to do is rebound and throw that behind his head. He can be LeBron. He can do what LeBron do. Throw behind his head. It don't matter.
You need nothing. Don't shoot. No, don't shoot. Pass.
He don't need you to shoot. Ben can get 0 points a game and be fine. All you got to do is get 10 rebounds, 10 assists, and we'll be fine. He don't need to score.
Exactly.
I don't even think he needs to give up that many assists. That team is going to score.
Yes.
That team is going to score. The best part was when Embiid got in Durant's face.
Why?
And he was just like, Durant was like, nah, you ain't intimidating me.
Embiid's been doing that since he got in the league.
And look, you saw what he did
in the NBA. And I mean, he may get this MVP this year, but when he and KD go against each other, that's must-see TV.
Oh, and KD busts his ass all the time. That's what must-see. It's must-see.
1-on-1, that's not a contest.
And I'm like, did y'all see what this man did to Bucks last year? I'm like, why would y'all piss KD off? I'm like, this dude is a walking, you know what? I'm just going to get 50 tonight. Fuck it.
Yes. That's the funny thing, that I can see him coming in. You know what? This dude said this about me in the papers this week. I'm going to drop 45 on them tonight.
God, please, if you hear me, please make this be a playoff series. Please make this be a playoff series.
Yes. And I want it to be the 7-game series.
Yes.
Brooklyn is getting in. Brooklyn's getting in. And I honestly think they're getting out the first round. So I'm sorry if the way it is right now, Miami's the top dog. And if Brooklyn gets in, I think Brooklyn is going to be 7 or 8. And they have the one playing.
Miami can be had.
Miami going to get beat if they don't.
Miami can be had.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's great.
But if it's Milwaukee,
wait. Depending on Kyrie's playing status.
As long as they don't play the Knicks, they're good. As long as they don't play the Knicks, they're good. They play the Knicks, he can't play at all.
Even Kyrie not being available, I mean, he's going to be available for at least 2 games. Because they're the low seed, so they mean they're on the road. And he's allowed to play road games. So even, let's say, if they do, happen to have a home game or 2, it's not going to matter because the team that they have now, they can win road games. And if Kyrie's out there, it's definitely happening because I don't see Kyrie and KD looking at each other and be like, say, bro, are we really losing this game? One of them is going to take off.
Bro, if they get in right now, like you said, they play the Heat. They'll be the 8 seed. They win up. They're the 8 seed now. So if everything was to land like it is now, they beat the Heat.
They would beat the Heat.
Beat the Heat. Now, the only team I see them not beating without Kyrie full strength is the Bucks.
Yeah.
So they want to avoid that 7 seed. If they get that 8 seed, they beating them. They beat the Heat.
Yes, they are.
And God forbid, please keep winning 76ers. Be that 1st seed.
I don't think they want the problems. I really don't.
That's gonna be it. Because really Ben Simmons will be back then.
I'll tell you what, I don't watch too many basketball games, but if you're telling me Nets and Sixers first round, I'm watching every fucking game.
Yeah, but I'd rather them play in the second round because isn't the first round the best of 5?
No, 7.
Oh, it's 7 all the way. All right, good then. 7. Yeah. Because that'll be a good 7-game series, if not a sweep.
It might be a sweep. Dog, it might be a sweep, dog.
I think the only one that'll probably go 7 games if they make it and the Bucks and the Nets play.
Yes.
That'll go 7.
Because everybody know Kevin Durant is slow playing this shit. He got an easy 25 last night. It was an easy 25. Like, you know what?
His stroke is so nice though. It's like he's just shooting like if we were hanging out at the park. He just kind of
give me
and it goes sweat. Nothing but net. What? And
He
you're
don't
like,
even have his tennis shoes on, man, playing the slides, man, saying, "Give me the ball, let me shoot that." That's what he doing. That's what he walking up and shooting it, and it is perfect. And I like it. I keep telling people, I said the Nets are dangerous. Y'all need to hope that they kept losing. I kept saying that. Hope they keep losing because they get right on time. I think Ben Simmons gonna come within the next week or two. He gonna be up, gonna make his debut, and once they get him acclimated, man, that's a wrap.
That's it.
That's it. I agree.
Thanks.
The Bucks is the only team I can see right now that can handle that.
That's it.
I don't know because the Bucks. The reason why the Bucks got there, and I'm not trying to take anything away from the championship. They deserve the championship.
A toe.
But Tucker, PJ Tucker, was a big reason why the Nets weren't there, and KD getting tired, getting gassed, because PJ Tucker knew this guy so well, and I mean PJ Tucker.
He still dropped 50 on PJ.
The game, like he locks himself watching film. So he made a point to say, guess what? I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna go check the best player and I'm gonna make him do what I want him to do, you know, on this floor. Like they may have a game plan, but I'm gonna make them adjust it.
But Eric, the dude still dropped 50, dog. He was dropping 49, 50 on PJ head. You know why? You know why they didn't make it? Number one on who was number one on the Philadelphia 76ers. That's why they didn't fucking make it. Fucking James Harden. All he had to do was give the man at least 20 a game, and they fucking win this series. He coming up to 11.
Like, do you trust Doc Rivers in a big time situation? No.
Fuck no.
No.
Y'all know how me and Nasty feel about Doc Rivers, Mr. Mediocre. He Mr. Mediocre. Only time he won, he had to have 4 stars. And he didn't coach that team. They went out there and just played.
Facts.
Doc Rivers overrated, man. Fuck Doc Rivers.
I think that's something
that team together, not Doc. So
I also think something needs to be said at the fact that why is it now they lifted all the bans in Manhattan, but yet you still can't play. Like I can go to a basketball game now and I don't got to show whether I'm vaccinated or not. But Kyrie still can't play in the Garden.
That's really happening.
I think they need to appeal. I think they need to appeal that.
Now you don't have to prove it anymore. Like if you want to go,
I didn't even know that.
If you wanted to go to a restaurant, or if you wanted to go to I think Broadway shows are still doing it, but they're only doing it for like a couple of more weeks.
Yep.
Where you would have to prove that you're vaccinated. It's it's gone. So why is Kyrie still being handcuffed?
It's a state issue because it's
it's a state.
It's a state issue. It's not the NBA.
How can it be a state issue if the city of the mayor of New York is the one that lifted the ban?
But they're saying athletes must be vaccinated. They said that for the regular
something in that bargaining agreement that they had this year. So when they had the season, because last year they did a 72 game season, they had a collective bargaining agreement set up a certain way. And doesn't it is affected for this year now that they've gone back to the 82 game season? Then they do another collective bargaining agreement saying, okay, these major states and these cities, you know, with these basketball teams, if a player wasn't vaccinated, then they couldn't be, you know, in the arena. I don't know if that lasts like a year. Or I don't know how the talk was. I don't know the language of that contract.
But not David Stern. Adam Silver already said he would have Kyrie playing, but the state how the state written it. Yeah, how the state writing it. They written it where like the athletes have to be vaccinated.
Yeah, but see, I don't do that. That's the stupid. One thing I don't get. If I don't gotta prove it, why does he have to prove it?
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna keep the mandate in place where I gotta prove it and you gotta prove it, then I understand them keeping it in place for him. But if you're telling me it's all right for me and I don't gotta prove it no more, then why does he have to prove it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that it's messed up that they're handcuffing them. Because I'll tell you right now, if they let Kyrie play, the Nets wouldn't be in 8th place.
Or the Nets will be in like 1 or 2.
Yeah, they wouldn't be in eighth
They'll be a
place.
top seed.
Yeah.
What I'm
So they're
saying is,
handcuffing the Nets
yes, I
over
hope that
somebody
they drop
over
that.
his beliefs.
I think hopefully they drop it so we can get Kyrie Irving in it. I'm saying, as long as he continue to test negative, I don't see what the fucking problem is.
Yeah, if that's the thing, let him take a test before every game.
Absolutely.
And if he tests negative,
Play
let
him.
him be. So
Then
what's the
you don't
problem
play.
if you don't have it? What's the problem?
Yeah.
All you're doing is hurting the Nets. Well, we got one more topic before we wind the show down, man. It's been a great show. This is gonna make Izzy smile. Baseball is back. The lockout is. Are you excited? well, first of all, they got a pitch clock now, and the National League has a designated hitter now. There's no more pitchers hitting in the National League.
Which I mean,
it takes away from tradition, but you know what? I think it's better. It's more. It'll make the games more exciting because you always knew there was only a couple of pitchers that could really hit.
Yes,
and it was an automatic out. So now at least you know you have to set your shit up differently.
So that means a lot of DHs will be going to the National League now.
Yes.
So your Mets
in a sense, you created 16 more jobs with the DH.
Pretty much.
You should be happy. Your Mets get a DH.
Yeah, Robinson Cano.
I thought you would be happy that they came back.
I'm happy that they got it done, but realistically,
go ahead, tell us.
Y'all still fucking up. Like you eliminated shifts, which needed to be done.
Yeah.
For me, you want to eliminate the shifts? Bun up the third base line. That's a guaranteed hit. You're professional fucking hitters. Fucking get it done. Okay? Professional hitters bump the fucking ball up the third base line or the first base line. Boom, you got a fucking hit. That's how you beat the shifts. But no, we have to hit long balls. We got to hit fucking 500-foot homers. We got to hit like we're Pete Alonso, if you will, and skyward over the fucking moon. Fuck. Oh, God. Fucking owners. Oh, you want to make money. You want to make it for the time you lost money during the pandemic. Okay. The intelligent fan already knows that. So I don't want to hear you all crying. I don't want to hear millionaire fucking baseball players crying about more money. I don't want to hear it. Play the fucking game. You all are fortunate you didn't ruin it like you all did in 94.
Oh, shit. That's why I left this one for last. I knew he was going to rap. I knew it.
But a fucking time clock for the pitcher?
Doesn't make a difference. To me,
I actually like it because, man, some of these damn pitchers be up there for like 15 minutes. No, yes, I'm not going to do this one. Back to one, back to two. No, I'm going to throw the slider instead. Nope, go back to the fastball. All right. You didn't want to sleep on it before they threw one pitch.
I am all for I was all for doing the doubleheaders. Make them be 7 innings. 7 innings. You want the game to move fast.
And that's what I think it comes down to because I am a sports fan. And for baseball, I've tuned out for the past couple of seasons. So I'm I don't know now because the game has changed. And obviously I guess that what was the fuss with players, the argument that they wanted as far as trying to get baseball back. Because I don't know if fans have left like I have, but I tuned out.
Yes.
And
the short answer is yes.
I tuned into it once we have the postseason because that's when things really, really matter. Because I know it matters, but it doesn't matter as much to a degree.
No. And then for baseball, the postseason is everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, just 160 games. First of all, I should have cut that shit.
That's
too many damn games, man.
That is a lot of games.
They should at least cut it by 60, 100 games.
I'm just saying, why we need double headers in 160?
Yeah.
Why do we need double headers?
rainouts and weather events, et cetera, et cetera.
I get you
And
on
all of
that.
that. Exactly.
Let them play in the fucking rain. Stop being bitches. You out there in fucking lightning storms and shit. Play the
Well, you're not
fucking
doing
game.
that.
You get paid millions of dollars. Don't let me have an Izzy rant. Ah!
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on,
I'm all for the pitching clock, though. In football, you have a play clock. In basketball, you have a shot clock to make the fucking game go.
Yeah, but it's not every damn pitcher that sits there going.
Exactly.
Look, baseball can literally go forever if no one gets out. It can literally go forever.
So if you want to cut down on that time, because these guys, I mean, like you said, it's so many games. Then let's God forbid they have a double hitter, and let's say you go on forever. Let's just say it took, I don't know, what's a good time? 2.5 hours just to get to 7 games.
Baseball
game 2.5 hours. What game you been watching?
What game you watching, Eric? That should be like 4 hours, man.
I know it'd be 4 hours. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying, to get to a certain inning. So let's say if it takes them that long to get to 7 innings, then pretty much you're tuned out. You're like, good grief, we just got here, and we still got 2 more innings to go. God forbid if it's not tied.
I'll be honest. I haven't gone to major league games. If the Mets are up, let's just say like 7-2 against the Marlins, and it's the 7th inning, guess what? I'm out.
Gone. Yeah. I mean, that's your team. You're a fan of it, so I mean, you want to keep people invested into what's going on. So evolving. So having something that goes on, say, guess what? We'll be here forever, guys. Time is money. Let's go.
Exactly. No, I absolutely. Time is money, and that's where baseball was losing money.
Yeah.
Come on.
They're losing money because they're losing fans.
Come on, we just questioned WrestleMania. Remember when WrestleMania was all in one day? That shit was like 6-7 hours. And I was tuning out. People started tuning out.
But you wasn't bitching. You were sitting there and watching 6 or 7 hours of the same video packages over and over again.
Listen to me. I was bitching. That was before. Look, that was before I started doing the podcast. I was bitching. Oh man, I used to tune out. I used to be like, man, I'm gonna come back. Like I left and come back and I say, okay, maybe I'll be good about it from the 10 to watch it.
I'm sorry. When he got to 12 o'clock, I'm like, fuck this, I'm out.
Coming on at 10 o'clock, into 10. It's too much. So if you have a baseball game, let's say, God forbid, it goes into the extra innings.
So
I'm saying, God forbid, it goes extra innings. Yeah.
It's still relatively early for us in Central Time, but on the East Coast, you get into midnight and it's 11 o'clock.
I'm like, I gotta go.
You still got an hour before midnight. Okay, y'all in a whole nother day. Hey man, it's a whole nother day. We're still playing. Hey dude, we're not even at the bathroom break portion. This is bedtime for me. I'm not a spring chicken no more, man. Look, I gotta get sleep.
Think about it. What if the game go 22 innings? Is it? What if the game go 22 innings?
No.
Like, fuck. They had a game that happened like that last year. Shit went like 20-something innings. And you're like, what the fuck? The game lasted.
They were up until like 3 in the morning.
What you sit there
2, 3 in the morning. Come on, fam.
Ain't no way.
Listen,
ain't no way I'm getting there.
After it hit 1 o'clock in the morning, if I was the ump, I would have been like, yo, we calling this till tomorrow.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We'll pick it up tomorrow, right where we left off.
We're gonna write everything down. We're gonna leave this dude on this base, and we're gonna write down the score.
Yeah.
Like I said, bro, just pack the stuff up, turn these lights off.
We gotta go.
I'm just saying, baseball has to speed up. It has to.
It must.
It's like
it got slower because in the 80s it wasn't as slow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I remember the game started at 1. By 3:30, it was already done.
Game over.
Now it starts at 1, 4:30, 5 o'clock sometimes is when it's done. And then if you go extra innings, you could be watching a game until 8 o'clock at night.
Yes. Go back to the steroid era. Shit, start juicing them up, let them hit the balls. At least I can be entertained and some shit. Nobody want to sit there for a 1-0 game. The end of this thing after 22 innings is 1-0. You be like, what the fuck?
I have said this before, and I'll say this again. Put Palmeiro in the Hall of Fame. Put Clemens in the Hall of Fame. Put Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame. I said it. Put him in the Hall of Fame.
You forgot Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame.
Mark McGuire.
I seen earlier photos of Barry.
McGuire.
McGuire saved baseball, man.
He did say him and Sosa did say baseball.
I like the steroid era. Barry was built like
baseball is ridiculous, man.
Yeah, see, exactly.
Like Bane now.
Exactly. Barry Bonds was built like Eric, and then all of a sudden he turned into Mo. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Dude. Well, man, that kind of transformation, you can't get him in the Hall of Fame. Something's wrong with this picture.
I'm just saying, so he was eating his vitamins and saying his prayers, bro. That's what
he
was.
And we saw what Hulk Hogan was doing too, the same shit.
Exactly.
What petition I got to sign for this? I want these people in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, shit. I'm just saying, they saved baseball, though, man. When Bonds was going nuts with them 70-something home runs, he was going nuts. People were watching.
Yes.
People love scoring. People hate low-scoring games now. That used to be something. Think about football. People like, that game sucked. It used to be like, what's a defensive battle? It's such a defensive battle. Remember that? Now it's like, that game sucked. Not enough scoring. Yep. You got to have scoring.
You talk about football, go back to that Ravens Giants Super Bowl.
Oh God, that's Super Bowl.
Why we got to talk about that?
Why we got him started?
Okay, Kerry Collins.
Oh shit.
Oh God. Anyway, go on.
I'm just saying, people love scoring, man. Baseball is kind of hard, man. It's like soccer. Like, not enough scoring. And purists think that's what a great game, and everybody else who's a regular fan like, man, what the fuck did I just watch? And you don't want to be like that. And that's why there's a lot of baseball players, people picking football over baseball so they can make more money. Like Mahomes put football over baseball. Kyler Murray. His crazy crybaby ass might be going back to baseball. How he acting? But I'm just saying. You know why you do that? You get more notoriety in football.
Yes, but your playing span is shortened.
Yes, it's shortened.
If you go into baseball and you're nice, you could be nice for 15, 20 years.
Yeah, just give me their contract. I just need one contract in baseball.
There's no salary cap. I mean,
yeah,
I guess people choose the star power versus the financial power, because baseball. I'll sign up for baseball.
Yes,
9 times out of 10.
Yeah, but you're gonna have more of a chance in football to make money with
quickly,
like sneakers and endorsements and stuff like that.
So
that's why they take football.
Kind of balance it out. You think about it, like LeBron James might not have like the highest salary in the NBA, but his endorsements is like
that's his money.
Ridiculous.
Yes. That's why when Jordan first came into the league, his contract was garbage. Man, he made all of his money from his sneakers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Until when he came back, that's when he was like, you want me to play? I want 40.
$5 million.
I want 50. You know what I'm saying? I want it for the year, not for 4 years. You giving me 40 million for a year because I won your ass 3 fucking championships already.
Like Goodfellas, fuck you, pay me.
Yeah. Listen, baseball got a long road ahead, though. I like baseball. Yeah. It's just, I like going to the games. Like when I went to the Astro game, when I was out there when I was out there in Houston, it's fun to go to the game.
Yes, absolutely.
To watch that shit on TV with these boring ass announcers. Yes, we're gonna step up.
First of all, no. The Mets broadcast team are the best in the business.
We don't get many Mets games in New Orleans. Shit, we don't get many Mets games.
I say, man, East Coast, we're even lucky to get that.
I'm just trying to tell you, a person who's not in those big markets, like a random fan.
Well,
Like say,
I enjoy going. I enjoy going to the Marlins Mets games.
you watch
Listen,
baseball.
I rather go
Yes.
to a minor league game.
Oh, Mo
It's like that.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm just saying, it's just the announcers are boring. The game is boring. Then I'm going to watch something else. Fuck this shit.
Yo, go. If you got a minor league team down there in New Orleans, go to a minor league game.
I'm not going to the baby cakes, dog.
No,
I bet you'll have a great fucking time. I bet you'll have a good time if you.
I know I used to go to the Zephyrs games, but ain't no way my wife gonna believe I'm going to no baby cakes game. They're like baby cakes.
Take her with you.
Baby cakes sound like a damn. Look, baby cakes sound like a strip club, bro.
It sounds like a featured dancer at the strip club.
Yeah, now coming down, baby cakes.
Baby cakes.
There used to be the Zephyrs. Yes, I used to go to the Zephyr game all the time. It was fun as shit. It was fun.
It's definitely better than going to a regular baseball game.
But when they came with the baby cakes and they had that ugly ass king cake baby, man, I'm like, I'm good, son. Man, I'm like, I can't get down with this. I'm like, then they was wearing, it changed the colors to pink and shit. I'm like, what the? Nah, I'm good. Can't support you, dog. So, man, that was the last topic. We had a lot of topics today because it's like the NFL and NBA went crazy.
Right.
Well, mainly the NFL went crazy. Starting off with Calvin Ridley
and I think it's just going to keep going from here on out until the draft.
Yes.
There's going to be just every week there's going to be stuff for us to talk about.
How they cheated like 2 people out there 40 times. Like 2 people broke the fastest 40 times ever, and they cheated them out of the shit. We didn't even get to that.
Wow. I didn't even know. I mean, so much of it that was going on. I didn't. Not even me. I didn't even have a chance to catch up on all that news. So
it's like seriously, it was like a lot went on. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, oh shit. Exactly. But man, shout outs, man. These shout outs. Well, before we get up out of there.
Who's first?
Eric. Go ahead, Eric. Doc, go ahead on Doc.
Thank you for inviting me on. This is my second appearance. I had a blast with you all. Hopefully I can make more shows with you all. Shout out to my beautiful family that you've seen in the pictures every so often. Might have a different background for the next time I am invited.
Oh man, you good.
Got a little chaotic, so I didn't want to, mess up the flow of the show.
What flow? You at home.
Exactly.
You at home.
Chaotic is the flow.
I got blue curtains behind me, so I can't talk about
So,
get out of your mother's bedroom.
I'm not in my mother's bedroom. I'm in the second bed. I'm in the second bedroom.
AKA Mo's former room.
Yeah, that's what a magic used to happen.
Right.
What a magic used to happen.
Oh Lord!
Don't say that loud before your mother comes in with the broomstick.
Look, man. Look, I'm tired of getting beat up on my show, bro. No, I'm not undefeated on this show. I'm not undefeated on the show.
Wifey's undefeated on the show.
Yeah.
She got me 2-0. She egged me before, and then she tackled me the other time. She got me up 2-0. Eric.
Again, like I said, thank you for the invite on the show. For everyone else watching, thank you for watching. I am merchandise. I need to go ahead on and upgrade a little bit. So I'm gonna be looking for more merchandise soon. Even the missus is interested in it, so I'm gonna push the merch out. Everyone tuning in, thank you for tuning in. And again, thank you for taking me in. That goes for everybody around up in here. That's showing love. I greatly appreciate it. Huge fan of the show, and to be able to come out here and chop it up with you all the way I did. It's an experience I'll never forget.
Absolutely.
All right, Jason, man. No problem. You always on the show. You always doing stats and stuff. So I said, shit, You want to do the show? I don't care. That's how Izzy got on here. That's how Jay got on here.
Yeah,
I can do the show.
absolutely.
That's how I am. I'm like, people who I see who invested into this, I'm like, fuck it, bring them in. Because they invested into it. Why would I bring somebody in who don't give a shit?
True.
True that.
So, man, we thank you, man. So, you want to go, Jay, or you want to go next?
Jay, go ahead.
I like to shout out the crew. You know, you guys make it interesting every week. Eric, come back. The flow, the conversation, it went really well.
Yeah.
I can see you on here regularly. Don't be shy. This doesn't look like a one-time shot. So definitely come back.
It's not. It's the second time, so it's not.
You know, shout out to all the whoever's watching. I can't really tell who's watching. We didn't get any comments, so I'm not sure.
That's okay.
And let's do this for next week. Let's get it going. Good show.
Right.
Absolutely. Shout out to all you guys for showing up. Shout out to all you guys for showing up. Thank you. Thank you. And as I said yesterday, this is therapy. This is absolute therapy because I get to talk with people who are intelligent fans, who are knowledgeable, and damn, as adults, it's hard to make friends. And you know something? You guys are friends. You guys are family. So for that, thank you all. That's all I got. Thank you guys very much.
I just want to tell Jay, this is a Venom. This is a Friday show shirt. That was the first one. You know, when me and Eric was wearing. Yeah, we always ready for the smoke is a Friday show thing that I started. So that's actually, we do have a Friday shirt. It's actually the first one. I got to get a new one because mine had mine so long. It's fading, man. I'm just telling you.
Oh, man.
I had mine so long. You know, I had the first one. See, yours ain't like mine. I have the square thing.
I keep mine fresh. Mine got to hang up.
Look, see, you got the one without the square. I got the square on mine. That was the first prototype.
Yeah.
I had this a minute. But man, I thank you, Eric. Like I said, I had to bring you in, man. You're always on here. You're always saying funny shit in the comments. So might as well bring you on, man. Like, I don't care. I'm running shit. I don't care. I have a million people on here if I have to. But I'm just saying it's cool. I'm glad you accepted the invite. Jay as well. We gotta give Jay a nickname. Big J or something like that, man. We're gonna give him a nickname.
Me and Eric need to invade the Thursday show like the NWO.
I will let y'all in. I'll sit it. Y'all invade the Thursday show, Lord. That's gonna be
Absolutely.
something. That's gonna be something.
I don't think Lala's gonna be able to handle it.
I don't know. She's very resilient.
You guys already ruined her childhood as is. Can you imagine?
We informed Lala. We informed her.
Yeah. I'm just saying, is always, man. Thank you, bro. Oh man, we're gonna do Thursday. I don't think we got any guests lined up this Thursday, so I think it's gonna be a regular show Thursday unless Lala pops up out of her hat in the last minute. Lala be doing that. That's my manager. There, she go out there. She goes get all these people on the show. So you see people on the show that be Lala doing that, man. She beats me to the punch. She's like, well, I got 2 people lined up. Cool. Like I said, I'm kind of sorry y'all had a cringe-worthy interview last night. One cringe-worthy interview last night.
Let's move on.
Yeah. But Douglas O'Shea was good as a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
So shout out to Douglas O'Shea for that. Yeah. And that was kind of cringy, but she made her way through. Shout out to her for joining the show, too. And, buy the merch.
Buy merch.
Got more merch dropping next Friday. I'm dropping new merch, so y'all be prepared for it. 4 shirts, I think it's gonna be like 4. So been working on them. So of course Friday we'll be back. Might be a little later to see if we can get Nasty out the woods.
Come on, Nasty.
Nasty stay in the woods until nighttime. Then he come out. He like a wolf or some shit. I don't know.
Or fucking Bigfoot.
Bigfoot or something, man, or vampire or some shit.
I see Nasty recently got out of Facebook jail.
Yeah, he's always in Facebook jail too.
Hey, let's check that out.
Him and Izzy got their cells are next to each other.
Yes.
I got Nasty beat. Trust me.
No, I don't think you got Nasty beat.
Oh,
Nasty's still in Facebook jail, man. You out. Nasty been doing the bid for 3 months. Nasty been doing the bid for 3 months now, man. Every time he get out, he go right back in, man. He a repeat offender, man. So we gotta go buy Nasty out. That might be the next shirt. Buy Nasty out. And I'll put a big ass Facebook symbol. I don't give a shit if they try to sue me. I don't give a shit. So bad. I thank you, fellas. This is your boy Mo Young. For Jay, for Doc, and the nefarious one. We'll see y'all next week. Peace. And we out. All right, man.
Thanks for watching.
You asked for it, you got it. Bottom merch.